This is my first lecture on my new channel. The name of channel is Competitive Knowledge. I would like to start my lecture with the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. And today is March 15 and 2020. The topic of lecture is Drums of War. I did research this lecture, and the name of channel is Competitive Knowledge. First of all, I would like to start this lecture by introduction of this personality, Dr. Henry Kissinger. He is the towering figure of the United States of America. I think I can say with definite words, this personality is given tribute by every president. Dr. Henry Kissinger was born in Germany, and he came to the United States in 1938 and got citizenship in 1943. I mean to say green card. And he served in the Army of the United States of America from February 1943 to July 1946. And he graduated from Harvard College in 1950. And after that, he got higher education from this Harvard University, and he completed his master degree in 1952 and PhD degree in 1954. And after that, he served as various posts of the United States of American government. He has served as the National Security Advisor from January 20 to 1969 until November 3, 1975. And he also served as the 56th Secretary of State till 1977. This personality is very important for the United States of America. He also got Nobel Prize in 1973, now present. He is the chairman of Kissinger Associate. It's very interesting. It's a Jew. And he is also the member of JP Morgan. This person wrote many book. I would like to call the name of few books. The one is Nuclear Weapons and Foreign Policy, and World Order 2014. He wrote these books in 2014, and The Diplomacy. It was written in 1994. This book. He also write articles in renowned newspapers like Wall Street Journals and different kinds of newspaper that's very famous in the world. And now I start this lecture. This is the very famous article of Dr. Henry Kissinger, because he served at various posts. He write down the policy for the United States of America, and his policy is considered very, very well still today. And he solved the many issue of the United States of America. And the name of the article is, if you cannot hear the drums of war, you must be deaf. According to this personality, the war is start. If you are not listening the sounds of war, it means you are deaf. You are not listening the voices. First of all, this article was published by Global Research. This is an institution where people write their article on January 31, 2015. This article was written by this personality in the institution Global Research in 2015. The names of article is Drums of War. And the first line is I collect from this article some important lines, and I want to explain among all of you. And the United States is fighting with China and Russia. I also told in my another channel with name CSS Consultant, I told many times the people of world that United States grand strategic objective of the 21st century is the containment of China and Russia. Now we can see both countries are fighting with each other, China is the growing economy of the world. No one can deny its current GDP is $14 trillion. That's very near to the United States of America. And Russia is also very important because it's one-dimensional country and it's getting power in military. So these two powers are going to challenge the superpower of United States, and they are going to divide the military section and the economic section of United States. They want to convert the world into we can say multipolar, from unipolar to multipolar. And he added about these two countries: we allowed China and Russia to increase their military strength. Without our green signal, they cannot increase their military strength. And he asked, this is a false sense of bravado for the words. It will create faster demise for them. You know what he asked? He asked if they are increasing their military power, both countries are increasing their military power, this will be death for them. And in the next point, he asked, we are sharpshooter. When they pick up the gun, it's bang bang. He asked, we are more faster than these two countries. We will know how to defend our country, and the only country will save that will be United States of America, only superpower. And he also write in this article that only last target of Israel in Middle East is Iran. He used the word for Iran's final nail in the coffin will be Iran. If we see that Israel is the only country in the world which has no border dimensions, it's increasing day by day. There is no powerful country before Israel in the Middle East, in the Arab Center, and the only a little hurdle, obstacle, little power of military, little power of nuclear, little power of missile technology is only Iran, because Iran has Islamic revolution that came in 1979, and now Iran has anti-Western agenda, anti-Israel agenda. That's Israel is facing threat to implement its Greater Middle East plan. So this is a problem for the Israel. And we now we see in the next slide. He also said something about the European Union. The European Union is the collection of European countries. He asked about this. The European Union is in hurry and wanted to form super states because it knows what is coming and how to survive. Henry Kissinger asked about this, the very grave war, very intense war is coming in the future, and and the European Union countries know what will be happen in the future, and what kind of war that will be, and that's why they are making a comprehensive states in the form of economy, in the form of military. I told you in my lecture that European Union is going to design to contain Iran and to deploy nuclear weapons and military to tackle Iran under the supervision of Israel. So this is the plan of the European Union for the protection in the future. This is very famous sentence of the Henry Kissinger. If you control on oil, you can control a nation, you can control on the continents. If you control the food, you can control on people. The first line is very important. You know, in the 1970 decades, this was the only personality who resolved the issue when the Arab countries used the weapon of oil against Europe and United States of America. And these countries were on their knees, and the peoples of these countries were facing the oil crisis issue. There were too much big lines at the petrol pumps. They have no energy. That's why he asked, if you control oil, you can control the continents, you can control the nations. Now the second point is, if you control the food, you can control the people. Today, the technology is growing day by day in the field of agriculture, and that is genetically modified crops. And those companies which are producing these seeds, if they don't give these seeds to you, it means you cannot grow crops. I mean to say agriculture, fruits, and etc. vegetables. So you will be dependent on these companies. And he also writes some thing about Israel. He asked when this kind of war will start. Israel will fight with its might and weapon and kill Arab as many as can. And half of the Middle East will be Israel. I want to put here the Holy Prophet saying, Wailul Arab, destruction for Arab. So now Israel has become too much powerful. I will show you here in the video the Rafael company is the Israeli company which has every dimension of war and self make this country, and is too much powerful and sell this kind of weapons to other countries. I want to also add here the viewpoint of General Wesley Clark. General Wesley Clark was the candidate president of the United States of America in 2004, and he asked the United States of America has decided to destroy 7 countries. Like first of all, they will start from Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finish on Iran. And Henry Kissinger also told that we told our military that we have to take over 7 Middle Eastern countries for the resources, and now they have completed their job. And after that, he said we have very young trained from last decades, and it's new call of duty for them. And after that, he asked, out of the ashes, it means to say after war, we shall build a new society, new system for the worlds. That will be only superpower left, that will be United States of America, that they will made global governments. And he asked one important point: don't forget the United States of America, because it has best weapons no one other nation has, but we know how to use and when to use. When time will come, we will use it. So I want to show you here the video in which you will see the capacity of Israel. This is the Rafael. You can see the dimensions of its airspace dimension, its battleground dimensions, tank, its fighters, its missile system, its cybersecurity system, its naval fleet of the Israel, its and defense missile system, etc. So this lecture finish here. Next time I will make new video on the information. Thank you to listen it.